Is there anything more satisfying than watching a bad guy get what's coming to them in a movie? Sure, we're not really supposed to give in to revenge, but that said, it likely gives many of us a warm, fuzzy feeling inside when a character who's been beaten, robbed, or picked on serves up a little justice, revenge style. But you know how it goes, folks. There are spoilers ahead. Road to Perdition. This film, set in the Prohibition era, sees Tom Hanks play Michael Sullivan, a mob hitman whose son and wife are killed by another mobster. Sure, the eventual gunning down of Daniel Craig's evil character is a memorable moment of revenge, but an even better example occurs when Hanks ambushes his former mob boss, played by legend Paul Newman, who had betrayed him. Audiences watched as from the shadows, Sullivan mows down all of John Rudy's men before finishing off his former employer with the business end of a Tommy gun. Office Space. While Office Space is mostly about a group of disgruntled employees trying to scam their company, it's the character of Milton that provides many of the laughs. Milton is the soft-spoken worker who is obsessed with his swingline stapler. If you listen carefully, he mentions that if he gets pushed too far, he'll burn the office down. In the end, the company burns to the ground and we see Milton sitting on a tropical beach enjoying life to the fullest. Kill Bill Volume 2. A Quentin Tarantino film in the style of a kung fu classic? You know there's gonna be over-the-top violence and blood. In fact, the Kill Bill films are all about revenge as Uma Thurman's bride hunts down and kills the members of the Deadly Viper assassination squad. The fight between Bride and Elle Driver, played by Daryl Hannah, is probably the most satisfying. After all, what's not satisfying about beating the crap out of someone who did you wrong, plucking out their eyeball, and leaving them alone with a deadly snake? The Godfather. You just have to include The Godfather in this. But which scene? The scene that has Michael Corleone come of age in the mob world is probably one of the most satisfying. Having had his jaw smashed by a crooked police captain and his father nearly murdered by a rival mob boss, Michael, played by none other than Al Pacino, has dinner with the two to negotiate a peace. Michael guns down the two at point-blank range and sends the message that no one messes with the family. The Last of the Mohicans. If you like Daniel Day-Lewis and really good movies, then you'll likely enjoy The Last of the Mohicans. If you like revenge, well then you'll really like this movie, especially the final battle. Day-Lewis and his crew finally track down the very unlikable native warrior Magua. Ironically, Magua is so unlikable because of his acts of vengeance throughout the film. Nonetheless, as he's hacked and beaten to a pulp, you can't help but give a tiny fist pump for the good guys. Pulp Fiction. Oh, look at that! Another Quentin Tarantino movie. Naturally, the revenge scene we're talking about here involves the basement of the pawn shop where the ruffians tie up then assault their victims. Only the whole scene doesn't get very far because Bruce Willis escapes, gets a samurai sword, and returns to free Marcellus Wallace. Although we never see how bad the vengeance actually is, we know from the description given by Wallace that it isn't going to be pleasant. Braveheart. Yes, we may pick on the film quite a bit in our other videos, but in terms of satisfying vengeance, Braveheart gets a thumbs up. The scene that trumps all others in this instance involves one of the Scottish nobles who betrays William Wallace at a crucial battle against the English. Not willing to forgive and forget, Wallace rides into the noble's bedroom on a horse and beats him to death with a mace. It's graphic, it's over the top, and it's satisfying in a way that only an angry Scot can deliver. Gangs of New York. This movie was really hyped and disappointed many critics, but we don't care. We are here for revenge. Since that's the case, we have to look at the end of the film with the ultimate clash between Daniel Day-Lewis' most unlikable William "Bill the Butcher" Cutting and Leonardo DiCaprio's character Amsterdam Vallon. Just when you think Bill is going to weasel his way out of it and possibly kill Vallon, the tables turn and Vallon drives a knife deep into his foe. Game, set, match. The Shawshank Redemption. Wrongfully accused of murder, we watch Andy Dufresne survive and adapt to prison life. It gets tough, especially because of the corrupt prison warden Samuel Norton, who uses Dufresne to launder money. In the end, Andy escapes and exacts some revenge after blowing the cover on Norton's corrupt ways. It triggers a chain of events that leads Norton to kill himself as police close in to arrest him, and we bet no one in the audience felt even a little bit bad about it. The Princess Bride. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Mandy Patinkin plays Montoya, a Spanish swordsman bent on getting revenge against the man who killed his father. When he confronts Count Tyrone Rugen, a sword fight ensues where Montoya repeats the now famous line over and over again. Eventually victorious, Montoya shows us that revenge can be satisfying with just a dash of laughter. Well folks, that's 10 of our favorite revenge scenes in films. Let us know if any of these are your favorite in the comments down below. And while you're here, check out these other videos and subscribe to The Richest so we can talk and share more awesome stuff all the time. Thanks!